Hello and welcome back again. I think we're going to be wrapping up Mulgore today. In fact, we're guaranteed going to be wrapping up Mulgore today. We just have, I think, these last two quests. I think this one where we collect some harpy feathers from some different harpies than we had last time. And, and we've got a mighty Kodo to kill, Arachea, and I think that's it, because these other two send us to the Barrens. So we'll see how long these two take. If it doesn't take too long, we might actually make it to the Barrens today. So we'll leave Bloodhoof Village here, and we'll do this Harpies quest first. So the Harpies are to the north and northwest of Thunder Bluff. And we actually have a leather chest or a shield option, so actually both of those are potentially useful to us. Go get this herb over here. So Peace Bloom is green now. You can see down the corner, which means we can still get a level from it, but it's very unlikely. And wow, I did. Look at that. Silverleaf should be the same. Yes. I don't recall when these turn gray. Another level, getting lucky. I would guess maybe 75. 75 or close to it. Still relatively sunny for being almost 8 o'clock. So this plot of land here is actually where the Dark Moon Fair will be. I think that comes out soon. I think that comes out in the... is it technically Phase 3? Which comes out, I think, like middle of February or something. It's basically like this, I don't know, like a traveling carnival, I guess. Well, it doesn't really travel. It's only here and in one other place, but... it's like this carnival where you can collect these like decks of cards, and I'm gonna be honest, I have not ever really done much with it. I couldn't tell you much detail about what it really is. I know it changed a lot over the years. It ended up moving to its own location off somewhere else, and there were all these like carnival games you could play, and I don't think it was quite like that in vanilla, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm really not even 100% sure. So I think we're in the right area. Matriarchs. Yeah, so these white ones drop the bronze feathers, and there should be some blue ones here too, and I don't see any. Blue ones drop the azure feathers. Yeah, there's one. That's strange. I'm sure some of these are casters. It's Let's find out. Oh, that one is. Sorceress. That certainly sounds like a caster, doesn't it? Oh, we gotta interrupt that heal. So this is not a great strategy like I'm doing right now, just kind of running right in the middle of a bunch of them. With them being casters and all, that doesn't make it very easy for me to pull them backwards to my totem. I'm also noticing my mana dropping a lot faster than it has in the past. That's just from leveling up. And what it means for me is I need to stop casting so many lightning bolts. See, now I killed one and I'm still low. Pretty low on mana. So I need to be more sparing. Actually, let's also switch back to using rank 1 Earth Shock, because the damage honestly doesn't matter that much to me. But the interrupt is very valuable. So let's do that. Save us some mana. One of each. So I think I'm just going to get into the habit of just using Earth Shock. Stop casting lightning bolts. I think I mentioned pretty early on that I would not continue updating my lightning bolt spell, which is still true. Come on back. I'll always still keep it, probably a rank 1 version of it, just for the sake of pulling enemies from range. But I don't need it for damage purposes as we move forward. Hey, there's another chest. You could keep a better eye on my health too. Ooh. Tailoring pattern. Not really of any use to me, but Hardly even sells in the auction house too. That's a bummer. Let's grab this earth root. Earth root is already green even. That's surprising to me, I guess. For some reason I thought it was a little bit higher of a level herb than that. Try and get a totem in between these two here. Do this one, I guess. Yeah, this is working out so much better for conserving my mana. I like this strategy. It's only going to keep getting better too. As we get further down enhancement, we'll get a lot better of abilities and such for melee damage. Our spells won't matter all that much anymore. Yeah, I guess we'll go get it. Still got a lot of feathers to get. Without having that caster bar add-on, playing the game is way, way more difficult. I mean, that's such a critical thing to know. I mean, you can kind of tell, you know, you see their hands start to cast something and change color or whatever. It's like you have some indication, but you know, you don't necessarily know what they're casting. I mean, with these guys it's pretty easy because they only have like 1 or 2 spells, but was I keeping Earth Root? I can't remember. I might be. I'll check my bank when I get back next time. I think there was another peace bloom over this way, right? Yeah, there it is. What? What happened there? Did they resist the interrupt? Or was I too late? I don't think I was late. It looked like I got it off in time. I'm not sure what that was about, but whatever. I also wonder if the timing of the add-on is accurate. You know, it shows a casting bar that takes some amount of time, but I wonder if it's perfectly accurate. I might actually test that out on the next white one we fight, if they cast the healing wave. I'll let them cast it, and we'll see if it takes approximately the amount of time that it shows in the bar. See, that one looked like it was right. And I just apparently can't hit this person. Alright, let's test this out here. Lightning bolt seems about right. Here, now I'm gonna stop. Oh no, I didn't want him to run. I was gonna stop hitting them so they could heal, but didn't work out. I'll try again. Ooh, that was a big hit. Alright, let's get them down to about half. There. Let's see here. Yeah, that seemed about right. Oh, resist. I mean, I know they can resist the spell, but I could have sworn that the damage went through. So if the damage went through, the interrupt should have gone through too. I might actually go back and watch the footage of that. I'm genuinely curious what happened there. Of course, there's also always the possibility that the server just messed up. Alright, 6 out of 6, 5 out of 6. Going well. Oh, that was maybe a mistake. No, they might. Ooh, didn't cast a heal there. Didn't have my earth shock ready. Ooh, green sword. Oh right, I have that dagger. Completely forgot. And it's better. Yeah. Gotta get to Orgrimmar. Alright, 12 out of 12. Let's go help our buddy make a headdress. Because I believe that's what he was talking about. Yeah. Chief Bloodhoof needs a headdress. And his brother needs to make it. Let's dodge this cougar here. This guy was in Thunder Bluff. And this one actually came straight from Cairne, also in Thunder Bluff. Not quite gonna make that one. Not raining in Thunder Bluff today, that's good. This headdress will certainly be a wonderful gift from my brother. Thank you for your help. My part in my brother's ceremony is almost complete. Giving him his headdress and witnessing the ceremony are all my duty requires of me. So we've got two good options here. So the chest is an upgrade from 33 to 55 armor. That's pretty good. And the shield is an upgrade to 189 from 79. That's much more. And I'm sure it'll be easier to find chests probably than shields. So I think let's take the shield. Although on second thought, we'll probably be using a two-hander more often. This is actually a tough choice for me. Let's take the shield. Because I'd like to switch over to using that dagger too. That'd be nice. Maybe we'll make a trip straight through the Barrens and all the way to Orgrimmar. Who knows? Oh, look at how close I am to leveling right here. I need 80 experience. So close. And yeah, we'll just fend with that. Alright. Last. Oh. Green armor. Alright, look at that. That's our first one, right? Yeah. So that'll be the first green item. And they're leather. How nice. That'll be the first green item that we actually equip. As far as I remember, this is the last quest in Mulgore. I don't think there's another one after it. So we will certainly be on our way to the Barrens. So Arachia, if I recall, wanders a pretty big, I don't know, circle, oval, I guess I'm not sure exactly what shape it is. But a pretty large path over in the big old eastern field of Thunder Bluff right there. Actually, I wonder if he tells me that. I don't remember. Down below in Mulgore. Yeah, that's all he really says. And he's a Kodo. He's a big Kodo. And he's... I think he's... I don't know if he's black, but he's definitely darker colored than the other ones. Like a dark gray or a dark brown or something. So you certainly know him when you see him. And thankfully he is not walking with a pack. That would not be fair. It's a level 14 quest. I don't remember if he himself is level 14. I'm thinking probably not. Maybe 12 or 13. 14 is a little high to be in a starter zone. I mean, I'm about to be level 12 when we're leaving, which is probably about as high as anyone should realistically be, unless for some reason someone's doing a lot of grinding before they leave. But I don't know why you would do that here. If XP is all you care about, it'd be more efficient to just move on to the higher level zone. So hopefully this doesn't take too long. He's basically just out in this big field somewhere. And unfortunately, we can't see mobs too far away from us. So we can't just sit in one spot and just kind of look around. We got to move around too. I guess I'll grab this while we're here. I'll keep grabbing Peace Bloom and Silverleaf until they're gray for me. Even though I'm just vendoring them off, I'd still like to get the levels for herbalism, so. So I think he wanders, yeah, kind of, not too much farther than this, so he's probably south of us right now. I think his respawn time is also relatively quick, if someone has killed him recently. I'd like to get through here, but these mobs are forming a good wall. I don't think he walks all the way up there to Red Rocks. I think he might stay a little bit further away, right around here, I think. Around here is usually where I find him. Hopefully I'm not making anybody dizzy from spinning the camera around. Nice picture of a bull there on the rock, painted. Let's see. I guess we'll go south a little bit further. Kodos walk very slow too, so even if we're unluckily kind of wandering in the same direction behind him or something, we'll catch up to him. Okay, I don't think he goes much farther than this, probably. Nope, that's not him. Almost had me for a sec. Silverleaf, too far away. I was actually about to say, this calf is kind of far away from wherever his mom is. Man, unlike the rest of the quests that we've done in the zone, this one actually truly feels like hunting, doesn't it? I don't think the rest of them really count as hunting. If there's so many of them, you know, they wanted me to kill like the prairie wolf alphas, for example, but there's so many of them all over the place, I don't think that really counts. You're not tracking anybody down if they're all over the place. Hey, there he is. I was going in the opposite direction. Or, Same direction, I guess, in a circle. So caught up to him eventually. Only a level 11. Wow, that's really not a problem at all. All right, let's get into a clearing and drop a totem. Make sure we don't accidentally aggro a wolf or something. Oh, he actually hits kind of hard, doesn't he? Oof, that was close. And we dinged on killing Archaea. That feels good. He's hairier than the other ones too, isn't he? Other Kodos are like bald. Let's apply our talent point. Still going with mana. Didn't mean to push that. I nicked the E key. Meaning to push D. I like to keep myself buffed, even though clearly we're not trying to fight anything right now. Completely unnecessary, but it's kind of fun.
Heart, young one. The Earth Mother is near.
He has his own voices too, if you click on them. Like if you click on
Well met.
any other Tauren,
How may I aid you?
they'll have the same voice or whatever, but
I am Cairne, chief of the Bloodhoof Tauren.
yeah, has his own voice and his own lines. Most of the important characters do. There are a few others that we'll meet. Have you tracked down Archaea yet? Well done. Fine kill that was. I will send a gathering party to collect the carcass so we can retrieve the hide and meat. You've done a great deed for your people. And he clapped for me. How nice. So there we go. First green item. How beautiful. Here you go. Mulgore, gun merchant. My random things. And we're officially done. We're ready to leave. One thing I just thought of, I wanted to point out, is if you go up to the top of this tower, oops, almost fell down there. This is the Flight Master, Wind Rider Master.
Ancestors
I
watch over you.
haven't been anywhere else, so I can't fly anywhere.
Friend,
But
careful.
when we get to that point, this is where we'll fly from. Yeah, it's a long way down. Try not to fall down that. I'm not sure if you would die falling from the top all the way to the bottom. Probably not, considering I don't ever see corpses down here. But still hurts. I don't think I'll make that one. I'll run slow. So anyway, let's review what we need to do still. So I of course have my fire totem quest. I need to go seek out this guy named Cairne Bloodhoof. That's such a strange name. Like, even in a fantasy setting, that's just weird to say. So this guy is north of the crossroads somewhere. And we need to find Surgra Darkthorn at the crossroads. So that is the, I guess, the main quest hub of the Barrens, is the crossroads. We will be there for quite some time. We'll go there for a while, actually. So we will take our last run through Mulgore. We'll certainly be coming back to... Oh my god, you know what? I just thought of something. I never used my Hearthstone at all this whole time. I must have mentioned it because it's set to Bloodhoof Village. I guess I would have done that in the second episode. I truly don't remember. But I never set it at Thunder Bluff, which I probably should have done. Oh well. We'll have to fly back once anyways, at least, so I'll set it then. Well, in case I didn't point it out, what the Hearthstone does is, well, just like it says, it returns you to the innkeeper wherever you set your home to. You can bind that to any inn, anywhere, in any city or little town or whatever, and you can use it once an hour. No matter where you are in the world, you can use that, and it's got a, I don't know, like a 6 or 8 second cast, and you just immediately teleport to that home. So there's basically 2 different strategies that people use for it. I would say probably most people... I'll take one last second here and appreciate Bloodhoof Village as we're going by. Definitely the last time we'll be here. No reason to come back here again. The first strategy for using Hearthstone is to bind it to the inn for wherever you're doing your quests right now. So, like, we're coming up to the crossroads soon. A lot of people will bind it to the crossroads. So once per hour, you know, they could be off completing a quest far away, and instead of having to run all the way back, use your Hearthstone. Save some time. And the second strategy is to just leave it in a city. So whenever you come back to, you know, learn new talents. Oh, wow, another thing I forgot. I'm level 12. I can get new talents. Didn't do that. Or, you know, use the auction house, or just sell things, buy things, whatever you need to do. You leave it at the city. I personally use the second strategy because, as you can see, I clearly forget all the time that I can be doing that. So I never think to do it. Or even if I do think to do it, I'll be like, well, I'm not that far away. I can just run real quick. There's no reason to waste the cooldown. And I end up just never using it. So, I'm the type of player that just leaves it at, Thunder Bluff or Orgrimmar or wherever is the best city to leave it at. So, I will be doing that next time we return to Thunder Bluff. Totem was probably unnecessary here. It's okay. I didn't check. I think I moused over Arachia when I killed him and I couldn't skin him. Which I guess makes sense, given what Cairne said. He said he would send a party to go harvest the skin and the meat, or whatever he said, so if I already did that myself, that'd be kind of strange. Take one last good look at all the green and the trees. Because the Barrens is named for a reason. You can already see the immediate change. Just look at the grass. Alright, here we are. Nothing's uncovered yet, but we're officially out of Mulgore. Isn't it beautiful? Much more like a savanna than plains. Ooh, wait, Mage Royal. I'll bet you I'm not even high enough level to get that yet. Oh, I am. It's orange. Look at that. Good deal. We got some higher level things to collect here. I need to be extremely careful around these guys, because look at that, level 18. Oh, wow, he aggroed me from so far away. He actually didn't hit me for that much. Surprisingly. I thought it would do more damage than that. Alright, so we've made it to Camp Tarajo, which is not where we're really trying to go. And here's another Windrider Master. He's got this green exclamation above his head, so if I talk to him, I learned a new flight path.
Greetings.
So now these two are linked, and I can fly from here to Thunder Bluff if I want to. And it does cost money. You'll see there it costs about a silver. So when you're low level, you don't have very much money. I've only got, 50. That's a lot. So you kind of need to think about whether or not you really need to take that flight or if you can just run. But once you're higher level, it really doesn't mean much. You just fly.
What brings you?
Journey to the crossroads. I've foreseen your arrival, young shaman, though perhaps you are not so young anymore. I think that it is time for you to move deeper into this land. I can sense that you are destined for great things. It is the crossroads that you must seek out, for our lives with the orcs have become intertwined and they need assistance. Continue down this road towards the east and follow it north to the crossroads. Find Thork within its walls. He has the Earth Mother's blessing. So yet another breadcrumb quest to the crossroads. And nothing else here yet. So Camp Tarajo, obviously, as you can tell, is another Tauren village. We will be back here later. There are higher level quests here, but we need the crossroads first. And the crossroads, I guess, is more of an orc village. Which, now that I think about it, it makes sense. So we'll be meeting some fellow members of the Horde now, finally. I mean, we've seen other players, but haven't met any NPCs yet. So we're heading north. Staying on the path because there are high-level mobs around here. Yeah, I guess I never really mentioned previously, but how far away a mob is when it aggroes to you is dependent on basically the difference between its level and yours. So the higher level you get in relation to them, they will not aggro you because supposedly, I guess, they know that they're stronger than you, so they don't want to fight you as much. But if you are significantly lower level than them, they will aggro you from very far away. So that's something to keep in mind when you're running through a higher level area. You need to be a lot more careful with staying away from things. For the most part, oh, look out. Got some centaurs crossing the path. It's funny, I was just about to say, if you stay on the path, in general, you're in good shape. Every once in a while you'll see some mobs wander a little bit closer to the path, but for the most part you're good. And then go figure, right when I say that, 4 patrol mobs sprint right across the screen. Lost Baron's Kodo. I suppose that implies that he wandered in here from Mulgore and got lost and is now stuck here. That's a bummer. So, as you can see, there are some areas of the Barrens that are clearly not so barren. We'll be revisiting that at some point. I think I'd mentioned before how big this zone is. I mean, like, look at the size of this thing compared to all the other ones. It's a long run. So I certainly understand the people that use their Hearthstone intelligently at the crossroads because they don't want to keep running back there. Once an hour they can save themselves some time, but I've already proven how horrible I am at using it, so I'm not going to fool myself into thinking I'm going to change now, so I'm just going to put it at Thunder Bluff. So here we are. This is the crossroads. Horde banners all over the place. Orc-looking architecture. I mean, we've got some torn teepees, but then also orc structures. So I guess it is kind of a horde collaborative thing. That's kind of nice.
Peace, friend.
The Forgotten Pools. Actually, I should read this here. The times we live in are as fickle as the shifting winds, shaman. It's important to remember what is true and lasting in this world, and to preserve that. Everything else is a waste. Long ago, the Barrens was a lush place, teeming with life. But war and cataclysm raged across the land, scorching it and leaving a dry husk. Such is the way of things, and it saddens my heart. But within the past few years, new oases have formed in the Barrens, and life stirs. And deep down, we druids sense a power leaking its way to the surface. We must find its source. Travel to the Forgotten Pools, northwest of the crossroads. Search its waters for a source of power, then return here.
We shall meet again.
So that's the oasis that we passed. Actually, there's 3 of them. We're not heading to the one that we passed quite yet. And here's Surgra.
Glory to the Horde.
You want to hunt in the Barrens? Your eyes are eager and young. They're not yet squinted from tracking your prey across this land's dry plains. But worry not. We'll toughen your body and your mind, and we'll teach you that there is more to hunting than finding and killing your quarry. Prepare yourself. Your journey begins now.
Go forth to victory.
Your first prey will be easy. The Plainstriders to the east have been harassing our food supplies and have become a nuisance. Put down the Plainstriders and return to me with their beaks.
Go with honor.
Let's see what else we got. So here's the inn. So I believe I had mentioned how rested XP works. You gain more rested XP when you're logged out in an inn or in a city. You can see my portrait up here is like glowing now, and it's got this sleeping icon with the Z's. That means I'm currently resting. So if I logged out in here, I'd gain more rested XP, same as I was in the city. And so here's the icon to bind your Hearthstone to this location. So I could hit that, and then it tells me Crossroads is now my home, and now this returns me to the Crossroads. So
I have just the thing.
I could keep it here, but as I mentioned, I'll be moving it to the to Thunder Bluff. Not long ago, a shipment of silver was stolen from our guard tower. It was meant as payroll to the Crossroads guards, and we want that silver back. The strange thing is, we caught one of the thieves on the night of the theft, and it was a raptor. Unbelievable. I don't know what raptors would want with silver, but I don't care. I want the raptors dead so they won't steal from us again. Hunt raptors in the Barrens. Collect for me their heads.
Down.
We got some smart raptors, apparently. Alright, here's our second guy, Thork.
Loktar.
It's good to see that more of our Tauren allies have come to assist us from as far away as Thunder Bluff. Again, I welcome you. Even though I just talked to you for the first time. All the Quillboars are our enemies. Some just prove to be more of a nuisance than others. The Razormane tribe has been attacking our supply lines from Durotar, causing us no end of annoyance. I have scouts seeking the leader of these raids, but until then, any losses you can inflict on the filthy pigmen would aid us. Start in the northeast towards Durotar. You can always tell their dens from the huge thorny vines that come up from the earth. Seek them out and slay them.
Go with honor.
That attack on the caravan contained supplies we desperately needed. You've been brave enough to take on the Razormane tribe so far. Have I, though? And I will ask you to do so again. But this time, I wonder if I could ask you to keep your eyes open for some of our lost supplies. You can probably find them throughout their camps, the Quillboar getting fat off their dishonorable acts. The people of the Crossroads would be in your debt.
Strength.
So apparently those 2 quests were supposed to be, like a chain in succession of one another. That he made that comment. That's kind of funny. He offered them both at the same time. The blasted harpies have been ravaging our caravan supplies for too long. It's time we slit a few of their throats and diminish their numbers. I've been snooping around their nests and figured out who leads who. The most devastating attack will destroy a good section of their lower chain of command, and then we can work our way to the top. I'll start you off slow. Take out Witchwing Harpies and Witchwing Rogue Feathers in the northwest and bring me 8 Witchwing Talons. That should be a good start. So I'm basically just collecting quests for now. Here's our Wind Rider Master.
Some.
Now we got 3.
For the Horde.
I have need to send a crate of potions, reagents, and other items to my associates in the old world. Little time I have to actually see them to the dock at Ratchet, and the last caravan has already left. If you could, please take this to Wharf Master Dizzywig. He will ensure that it is placed on the next boat to Blackwater Cove.
That better be good.
The oases of the Barrens hide a mystery. Life energy flows from their waters, invigorating the plants and beasts that drink it. Invigorating and altering. There's a mushroom that grows near these oases. Its spores hold properties that we, the apothecaries of Lordaeron, find useful. Bring me these spores and you will earn our gratitude.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
So this is our first undead that we've met. Lordaeron is the region that used to be human and became undead. So that's where the undead live now.
Looking for something special?
I have a bundle of hides from the animals of the Barrens, and you must get them to Thunder Bluff. A colleague there, Ahanu, will use the hides to create leather goods. Will you take the hides to him for me? The quickest way to Thunder Bluff is on the back of a Wind Rider. Bring the bundles of hides to Devrak, our Wind Rider master in the crossroads, and speak to him about transport to Thunder Bluff.
Be careful.
So this is the quest to basically teach you that Wind Riders are a thing, for the most part, and how to use them. So this was good for new players. I'm sure they wouldn't have figured out on their own that, you know, this exists and how to use it. Are you here for a Wind Rider? You have something to transport? If you must take these hides to Thunder Bluff, then you are speaking to the right orc. For a small fee, I will give you a Wind Rider to Thunder Bluff. There's no faster way to the city. If that is acceptable, speak to me again when you're ready to go. If you're taking those hides to Ahanu, then I think he's at Hewa's Armory at the base of the Wind Rider Tower in Thunder Bluff. And that's right where you'll land.
Victory.
So let's do it. And we get to fly on one of these wyverns that we've seen flying over our heads this whole time. Taking these flights is kind of nice. You get up high and you get to see a lot of things. This is that same oasis we saw on our way. Centaur camps. I think all of the oases have centaur around them. We'll be going right past Camp Tarajo again. We'll basically take the exact same path that we ran. Here's camp. And just like that, we're back in Mulgore. Looks a lot smaller from up here. Alright. All the way to the bottom. And our guy is right here. Ahanu.
I have just the thing for you.
There's dust on your shoulders that must be from the Barrens. You've spoken with my friend Jahan? Ah, a new bundle of hides. I'll get to work on these immediately. Thank you, sister. You've done me a great service. Here are some coins to pay for your time and travel costs. I prepared leather goods for Jahan to sell at the crossroads. Will you bring them to him? If you've already been to the crossroads and spoken to their Windrider master, then you can fly one of our Thunder Bluff Windriders back to him. Take the leather goods to Tal, our Windrider master in Thunder Bluff, and speak with him to arrange transport to the crossroad.
Ancestors watch.
So I guess basically it's a second chance if you manage to mess up using the Windrider the first time. So while we're here, I'm not going to forget again. Let me go in this inn here and set my hearth.
Hail, go in peace.
Okay, now we're set in Thunder Bluff. And as you can see, now that I'm outside of the inn now, but I've still got this little resting icon, so anywhere in a city, you can log out. And lastly, while we're here, we will go and train our level 12 talents. We have not been over to this rise yet. Spirit Rise. Wait, have we? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe we have. I don't think we have, but I could be wrong. Anyway, this is where the Shaman Trainer is. Similar looking tent to what we had in Bloodhoof Village. We've got 3 trainers. They all teach the same things. Okay, Flame Shock we did not want. Fire Nova Totem. Summons a Fire Nova Totem that has 5 health and lasts 5 seconds. Unless it's destroyed within 4 seconds, the totem inflicts damage to enemies within 10 yards. So we don't even have our Fire Totem yet, so we can't even use it. So I will not be taking that yet. Purges 1 magic effect from the enemy target. That certainly has some use, I'm sure.
Ancestors watch over you. You wish to speak?
Nothing in enhancement. Ancestral Spirit. Ah. Restores the spirit to the body, restoring a dead target.
May the eternal sun
So I can resurrect dead people. Good deal. And I believe I saw a new rank of Healing Wave, thankfully.
walk with the
The
earth.
one we had was starting to get pretty ineffective. Alright. We've got our new talents. Ready to head back to the crossroads. And actually, I think I will save that for next time. So when we log out on this rickety bridge here. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.